Right, stage 2, getting sound out of the speakers and putting in the microphone and the DI box. Bargain. So, first up, grab yourself a couple of XLRs, the shortest two that you've got ideally.
Well, just show us the end, just so we know, remember. XLR.
XLR.
Which one's this one?
That's a female, because it's got the innie bits, and that's a male, because it's got the outie bits. Right, first of all, we need to connect from the desk to the back of these speakers. So, best thing to do is uncoil your cable, plug it in, then coil your slack nice and neatly there. If you get any tangles in the cable like that, just untangle it, then coil your slack as you're going, and then plug this into the input setting on the speaker. And now that the speaker is connected with power and sound, we can turn it back round to the position that you have it for playing the music. And then we do the same on this side. So, out to the right, keeping the slack nicely coiled.
Can you turn that round, just so I don't know if I can see that or not.
Okay, so for demonstrative purposes...
Hang on, I'm just going to zoom in a bit closer.
Demonstrative purposes...
A little bit further round, is there any chance?
Where I am connecting this to is the input. And you know it's the input partly because it's the only place you can plug this into, and partly because it says input. So again, now you've got that powered up, you can turn it round, keeping the slack neatly behind the speaker, and that bit's ready. Now we need to get some sound working. So get yourself a microphone, industry standard, and get yourself a cable. Now this obviously, I'm hoping, will be a working cable. So first of all, get your microphone and your XLR. Make sure your channel level is down to nothing here. That way there will be no pop when you connect it in. So connect it in as so, and then check that all your controls are flat, so you don't need the auxiliary on yet, you don't need the effects on. Keep the EQ flat. You want it panned to the centre like that, and the level is going. So the easiest way to do this is to just turn the level up like that and check that it sounds okay, that it's coming out of both speakers. Now there's a crackle there, there's a crackle on the XLR, so I can change this one over for another one when we use it, but for now it's fine for voicing up. Then all you need to do, hey 2-2, is have a quick listen, move the EQ until you find the nasty parts, 2-2-2-2-2, cut a little bit there, cut a little bit there. Once you've got a happy level, that's absolutely fine. So that's getting the sound set up. Now, if you turn this channel back down again to nothing, and then we'll get this microphone set up at the musician's position. So first of all, we need to get a microphone stand, and make sure to loosen everything on the stand before you move it, and to tighten it after you've moved it. This will ensure not only that the stand doesn't fall apart, but also that everything is secure for the musician and it's not going to fall over. So yeah, that's all absolutely fine. Then the microphone, just pop onto the stand there, and because we know that lead doesn't work very well, we will get another XLR. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to connect this, and you always start at the mixing desk end. And the reason for this is that any excess slack can be coiled by each instrument or stand, as opposed to making a massive tangle here. So, connect your microphone in, and then drop it down, and again, you'll probably find that you'll have to do a fair bit of untangling on the cable, but that's absolutely fine. So just keep untangling it until it works the way you want it to.
Sometime later.
Obviously, if you were working in a music venue, all of the cables would have been coiled properly, and therefore you would not need to untangle it. And we all know what that means for cables. So again, with the power, you're just running it around the outside so you keep your performance space clear. Then, if you have any cable excess, which you won't have much probably, just coil it again exactly like we did earlier, and just pop it under the stand. Now we need to wrap the cable around the stand so it doesn't fall off if the stand is moved. So you can wrap it twice round one direction on the body, twice round the other direction on the stalk, connect it in, and then we can just double check that that is working by turning up the level, tapping the microphone, and yep, we can hear that, hey, hey. So that's working absolutely fine. Now we just need to get a feed set up for the keyboard. So take the DI box, make sure that the level setting is out on the front, and make sure that the phantom button is out on the back. So that's in, that's out. Pop that down there. Okay, so once you put the DI box out and check the settings on that, then it's time to connect that in. So again, make sure the level is down for the channel you're connecting to, and pop your XLR in, and then we're just going to run that like we did with the vocal, down and around the edge of the room, so that it is not there where it can be tripped up, and we're just making sure the cable lies as flat as it can. Then once again, keep your excess cable coiled at this end, connect in like that, and then we need to check for phantom power. So on the desk here, this 48 volts to mics button, we need to press that in, and there's a mild pop, nothing too bad. And now just to double check, on the DI box, this red light, which it is, should be lit there. That means that the cable's working, it's got phantom power. Okay, and that's the end of that section.